Okay. Shit. I wanna tell you, bro. I had a dream. Okay. I wanna tell you about my dream that I had. Alright. Last night, bro. I had a dream, bro. You know? And this dream, damn, it was something, you know? I don't know how to explain it, but all I know is it was something. This dream was something, bro. Okay. So, the dream that I dreamt, damn. How did the dream start? Okay, it started as um it was me, and there was a group. We were in a zombie apocalypse. I don't know if like it was a zombie apocalypse or what, but we were in a zombie apocalypse. Yes. And then, so what happened was I was with this girl, okay, and this girl, she turned out she was a zombie as well. Yeah, this girl was a zombie, but I was following this girl because for some reason, I don't know, I knew that she was like, she had a father that was rich. I don't know if she was rich or she had a father that was rich, you know. So I had to follow her so I can get to that, you know, to that wealth, you know. Yeah. And I mean, like, as you can see in the movies, if like, if zombies can smell you, you know, they're gonna eat you as well because you're not a zombie. If they can sniff you or whatever happens in the movies, you know. So in the dream, I had to not to be scared. You know, the only thing that can give it away, it was me being scared. If I was scared, you know, they can smell the fear from me, the zombies. Okay, so I had to not to be scared. Okay, I had to keep calm and just be calm. Okay, and then the zombies, they won't even notice me even if I'm not there. You know, they can just walk right through me. You know, just not noticing me if I'm there. Okay, so yeah, I'm with this girl now as we walking in this crowd of zombies. Okay, and what happened was, I don't know what happened. I think we got captured by scientists. Yeah, I, you know, a zombie is a brainless dead, walking dead. You know, me, I was fully aware. Okay, I was fully aware. I wasn't a walking dead, but I was looking like one. I don't know. It's a dream. I don't know. It's a dream. Okay, I was looking like one. So we got captured, me and the girl and the rest of the zombies. So these scientists, they wanted to do like a lab test. Okay, they wanted to do some experimental stuff on us. Okay, so yeah, man, there's a lot. Okay, let me draw this shit up. Okay, let me draw this shit up. So what happened next in this dream? What happened next was, wait, let me just try to draw this bitch out. Let me see if I can just put this here to this. So what happened was, wait, what happened was there was some sort of a cliff, you know. Okay, and then there was like some, I don't know what, you know, something like that, and then it goes all the way down. Like the fuck, come on. Iphelile. You can't, Johnny. Okay, and then there was a door. Okay, so you see this, wait. Then there was this. And then there was these. There was this. Okay, see, look at that right there. You see all of this? these are the zombies. Okay, these are the zombies right there. Okay, so, and this is the door. Okay, this is the door. This is the door. Okay, so these are mindless zombies. Okay, these are mindless zombies, and the scientists, they know that, nah, these zombies are mindless. They don't know if that's a door right there. Okay, so that door leads to somewhere. Okay, so the scientists, they are somewhere there. They are just having a chat. Okay, the scientists, they are somewhere there. They're just having they minding their own business, having a chat. Okay, so what happened was, okay, so what happened was, me, I was not a mindless zombie. Okay, I was a zombie lookalike. Okay, I had brains. I had brains, and there was a little girl. I don't know how she came about. How did she, And what I did, I snuck out. Okay, me as a zombie, right there. That's me as a zombie in my dream. That's me. So I started sliding down. Okay, there you go, right there. I started sliding down. Okay, trying to sneak out, because I figured out if they're gonna do some lab stuff on us. Okay, then I slide down. Okay, then I was there in front of the door. That was me. Okay, and it's a dream. Okay, it's a dream. Okay, there's a slide down right there. I slide down, and there was a key. Okay, there was a key. I don't know, bruh. Don't ask me. I don't know. Okay, there was a key. Hold on. There was a key. Then there was a key. The key was floating. Okay, the key is for the door. Okay, the key is for the door. Okay, they know that these zombies are mindless, so there's no way the zombies can figure out if that key belongs to the door. You can unlock it and get out. They don't, they know that those zombies, they're just mindless. Okay, they've been captured, by the way. Okay, so me as a fake zombie, I started sliding down with the little girl. There's no way I could leave the little girl there. Okay, I started sliding down right there, and then the key was floating. Okay, like a video game, it was floating like that. So I took the key. I was sneaking out, took the key, and then I started putting that bitch inside the door handle. And then I started. Then it opened. Okay, no one saw me. Okay, I opened. What I did next, I grabbed the little girl. Then we snuck inside into whatever the other side was. Okay, and then it turned out the other side was, what was it? What was it again? The other side was, it was just a storage for cleaning equipment. Yes, it was a storage for cleaning equipment. Yes, for brooms and mop and all the chemicals for cleaning. Yes, that's what it was. Yes. Oh, I remember again. There was another person. Okay, there was another person. Man, there was a lot in that dream that I can't even remember. Okay, and there was another person. It was me, the girl, and the other person. Okay, so me and the girl, we got inside the door. Okay, me and the girl, we got inside. We opened the door and then we got inside. And then the other person, we told the other person, come in. Then they were like, they were too scared. And then they were like, no way, I'm gonna get caught. Okay, so I was like, oh, okay, cool. Then we closed the door. We got inside and then we closed the door. Okay, The place inside, it was a small space. Okay, the place inside was a small space. Okay, yeah, it was a small space, but I don't know how we figured it out. If how, I don't know. We decided to push the wall. It was like a cramped small space. Okay, it was like a very tiny small space. We couldn't like move. We barely could move. Okay, but we figured it out. Okay, like how it was like a maze or a puzzle or whatever. Okay, what I did, I pushed the wall. Yeah, that's what I did. I pushed the wall, bro, like this, and the wall moved when I pushed it. I pushed the wall and it moved. I don't know how did I know or figured it out, but I did that and the wall moved. We had more space, like crazy more space, like more space. Okay? Mind, this is a dream, it's not real, okay? So don't come at me. Alright? So what happened next? We had all of a sudden, I don't know, we had like tables, we had more space. Yeah. We were just living good. Yeah, we had food. I don't know where we get food. I don't know where they get food, but we had food. Yeah, we had food as well. Yeah, and as we enjoyed our time there, we were just chilling. We enjoyed our time. The janitor all of a sudden opened the door from the other side. The janitor, I don't know how did we know, but all of a sudden I ran away to hide. Okay, as I was hiding, I left the kid alone, was sitting there. The janitor just looked at the kid like, what is the kid doing here? And then the janitor, what he did, he was putting the cleaning stuff back to where it was. Okay, yeah. Then he went back to the scientist to let the scientist know that, hey, there's a kid over here. Okay, he told the scientist, hey, there's a kid over here. So as soon as he did that, he left the door open. The other guy who didn't want to come in, he snuck inside. And then he closed the door. Okay? And then we started panicking. For some reason, I don't know how. Yeah. I had the keys. Yeah, I had the keys. Yeah, I had the keys. So I knew that we couldn't stay there because we were busted. Yeah, we couldn't stay there. If we would stay there, they're gonna take us to the lab. They're gonna do some experiment on us. Yeah. So I knew that, we have to move, bro. We have to move. I grabbed the little girl by her hand, and the other guy, he was following as well, and all of a sudden there was a door appeared out of nowhere. It's a dream. Again, it's a dream. Okay, there was a door that appeared out of nowhere. Okay, so I grabbed the little girl by her hand, boom, started running to the other door. Okay, the scientists, they rushed to the room. They saw us. Okay, we got to the other side of the door. Okay, and it was the other side. It was, I don't know, man, it's a dream. I don't know, I feel like it was mixed with AI or something. Yeah. And it was a staircase. I don't know if I spelled that correctly. I'm pronouncing that correctly. Staircase. Am I spelling that correctly? Let me look at that. Oh, is it what I think it is? Let me look into it. Staircase. Let me look into it. The staircase. Stairs. Like stairs. Like what the fuck am I saying? Staircase. Ooh, yes. It was a staircase. Yes, it was a staircase. This is staircase. Yes. It was a staircase. Yeah, it was something like this. It was a staircase. It was a staircase for some time. Before it changed, it was a staircase. So the scientists, they rushed in, trying to push the door. But I remembered I had a key. So I took my key, then I locked the door. They couldn't get in. I locked the door, okay? As I'm locking the door, as I look again, it's not a staircase anymore. Okay, it's not a staircase anymore. All of a sudden, it's someone's cave. Yeah, it's someone's cave. There was a door. It's like a cave. Then there was a door. When you look outside, there's like it's a desert. Yeah, it's a desert. When you look outside, it's a desert. Okay, when you look outside, it's a desert. Okay, so as soon as I saw that, oh shit, this is a desert. Okay, we're gonna need water. We're gonna need supplies. We're gonna need food. We're gonna need water, because as soon as we get out of this cave, we're gonna starve. We're gonna be dehydrated. You know. So there was supplies, but there was like little supplies. There wasn't much supplies. There was little supplies. Okay. So there was little water. Yeah, there wasn't much water. There was just little water. Okay. And then there wasn't food. There was, what do you call this thing again? Let me think. What was it again? Let me think. What was it again? Muesli. Yes, there was muesli. Okay, that's the food that we had, was muesli. So we grabbed, there was like the small bucket full of muesli, 2 buckets full of muesli. So we took those two, me and the other person and their little girl, yeah, we took those. And then the owners of the cave, they were about to go away. We saw them walking out the cave, then we asked them that, hey, can we take this stuff? They were like, oh, it's cool, okay, it's fine, okay. They even invited us to go with them. Okay, so we got, okay, cool, so we left with them. So what I'm seeing now, I think the scene is switched. We were like running away from the scientist. Now we're in a different scene, like scene, different scenes each and every time. That's how a dream works. Okay, you switch from this scene to another scene to another scene, that's how it works. But it was fun, interesting, yeah. But sometimes I tend to forget dreams, but this one was interesting. I couldn't forget it. Okay, so what happened was, let me think, what else happened? Okay, we walked with them, to a city. No, not to a city, to a town. Yeah, we walked with them to a town that looks familiar to me. I feel like I've been to that town before in a previous dream, because as soon as I saw that town, I was like, okay, this looks familiar. I've seen this town before in a previous dream, but I couldn't really, tell or put my hand, yeah. So we were walking into this town. Okay, we were walking into this town, and I met some people that I can't even remember now, yeah, met some people that I can't even remember now. Yeah. So as we were walking into this town, we got into a I think it's a restaurant or something. Yeah, into a restaurant or something. And then we met a white kid. A white kid. Man, there's a lot. Okay, there was a lot in this dream. Okay, we met a white kid. Okay, and I don't know if, like, this kid, his past self appeared, like his younger version of this white kid appeared, and I saw that immediately, that, oh shit, this kid, that's him, the younger version of him, and something told me that this kid cannot meet himself, like his younger version, because we in another another universe. I don't know how to call it. Man, dreams are so fucking weird. I'm not, we in another universe, now dimension or universe or whatever, you know. So two different same people meeting at the same time. I mean, like, we all know this, we've seen this in the movies, you know. You cannot meet your past self or your future self. It's gonna collide, it's gonna create, it's gonna affect the timeline, you know. That's the movie logic, you know. So that's the mind that I had, that, oh, this kid cannot meet his past self, you know. He cannot, you know. And he knew as well, he saw that, oh, that's him, he wanted to, but the past self didn't know that his present self or future self was here, you know. So he was just vibing, he was cool, you know. But bro, I kept on scolding, bro, like, keep moving, go, keep moving, go, 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 keep moving, you know. He was just smirking, like, he was keep on smirking, like, you know. He couldn't listen nothing that I said, he couldn't listen to anything that I said, you know. All he did was just smirking, you know. And then I was like, man, but he bumped into himself, you know. But he didn't really say anything, man. Dreams are fucking weird, bro. Even what I'm saying right now doesn't make sense. Like, I sound so fucking like nonsense. I sound like nonsense. Like, what I'm saying right now doesn't make any sense, you know. It's like question mark. Anyone sees this is just gonna be like, huh? What is he saying? You know? Yeah, it's a lot. Dreams are weird. Fucking weird. I know. Dreams are fucking weird, bruh. Just doesn't make sense, you know? But yeah, I wanted to share that dream. After that, I don't know what really happened after that dream, you know, but it was an interesting dream. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. It was an interesting dream, you know? One of the interesting dreams I ever had. Yeah. But the most dream that I've ever had that I really felt was flying. When I was flying. Like, I was flying. That's the most dream that was like, you know, the dream. The previous dream before the dream that I just said now was me throwing away a gun while a car is moving, and I was being spotted by people that I do know. Then I knew that, oh shit, I'm done, I'm going to jail, those people, they're going to snitch. Oh my days. Then when I woke up, I was like, oh shit. Oh, it was a dream. It was a dream. Because what we did was, me and this guy, we were doing, like, do you know the old Fast and the Furious, whereby they race, you know, they evade police, they race, you know. So yeah, in this dream, man, see, I'm talking about another dream now. In this dream, cars, they automatically come to you, okay, your own car. So me and this guy, our cars didn't come to us, you know. So the police came to us, you know, to arrest us because we were doing racing and stuff, illegal racing, you know. So we had to run, okay, we had to, like, you know, we had to run away, you know. So there's this fucking what do you call this, fucking arrogant police guy, okay. We kept on telling him, bro, let it go, okay, let it go, let us go away, okay, just let it go, my guy, let it go. He wouldn't want to let it go. This guy wouldn't want to let it go, so we had to beat him up, okay. We had to beat him up, okay. We beat that guy. We started beating that guy up until he bled, okay. Yeah. And I took his gun, you know, and I started disassemble, yes, I started disassemble his gun, you know. I started disassemble his gun into pieces and throwing the parts away, you know, while the car is moving, is going, okay. started throwing the pots away outside the window, you know. And the people that I do know, they know me, they saw me. That's bad. That's not good. That is not good. The people you know, or even if they don't know you, if someone saw you, that's evidence. They can go and snitch. Okay? So what? I was like, oh my days, I'm done for, bro. I'm going to jail. I was panicking, like, oh shit, I'm going to jail. You know? Man. Luckily, I woke up. Then I was like, oh shit. It was a dream. My days. There's no way, bro. I wouldn't survive a day in jail, bro. I wouldn't survive a day. I don't see myself going to jail. I know it's not up to me. Anything can happen that can make me go to jail, but I wouldn't survive a day in jail. At least I don't think I would, you know? Yeah, I wouldn't survive. Yeah, at least I think I won't. So yeah. Yeah, so that was the dream. That was the dream that I've had, you know? Yeah, it was pretty hectic. Yeah, the dream was hectic. You know, it was just a lot. Yeah, you know? Yeah, that was the dream. It was crazy.